Come on, where am I? Why am I back out here? Well, anyways, let's go back inside. And, oh, we have to enter that in again, don't we? That sucks. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, it's pretty simple. There we go. Right there. And then right there. Well, so obviously, Akinar is guilty. That means Cirrus must be, innocent, right? Right? I mean, surely if one brother's guilty, the other one's innocent. That's the way it has to be, right? There's only one guilty, one innocent party? Well, let's see. Put that back, and let's take a look. Oh no, it's the exact same thing, except Cirrus on the outside. You fool! Yeah, they're both guilty.
Oh, yes!
And the audio syncing is still way off.
Yes. I'm free! Oh, thank you, my friend. My dear friend. You've done the right thing. You stupid fool! It looks like perhaps you're in the book now. And what have we here? A page. Oh no. I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it. I can't see you. You're getting less clear. I hope you're in the books. The library looks much the same as I left. Oh, I can know. Goodbye.
So yeah, both brothers are guilty, so then how do you beat the game? You know, if I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it, Cirrus. So yeah, if they're both guilty, if those are the worst endings you can get, well, how do you get the good endings? Well, remember what they told you not to do? So yeah, we have to input this again. This might be the final time, or we might have to do it one more time. Whoops, wrong, not that one. There we go. I'm getting to be a deft hand at putting this in, sort of. There we go. Come on. There we go. So if you remember what they told you not to do, both of them said not to touch the green book. So if we touch the green book, well, nothing happens. But if we open it...
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Dunny, not yet. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, as you no doubt have for me. Where should I begin? Perhaps my story is in order. My name is Atris. I feel you've met my sons, Cirrus and Akinar, in the red and blue books on Mist Island in my library. My library, it contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over greedy explorers who might stumble upon my island of mist. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cirrus and Akinar. had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged me for access to those books, and I, of course, denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. Oh, my own dear Catherine. They used her to lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to MYST, except they removed a single page from my MYST linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to MYST and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
So before we do the right and proper good ending, I do want to save one more time. Go ahead and replace that. And let's go ahead and hop in there without the page, thereby stranding us and Atris. We are in Dunny now. We can just wander around as we please, take a look at everything, but it's really just this one chamber. That's it. That's all that's in here, this one cavernous chamber. And that is a really bit of an off-putting model there, but
my friend. You've returned. We meet face to face. And the page, did you bring the page? You didn't bring the page. You didn't bring the page. What kind of fool are you? Did you not take my warning seriously? Welcome to Dunny. You and I will live here forever.
yep. If you don't get the page first before linking into the green book, then you are trapped in Dunny forever. Welcome to Dunny. You and I will live here forever, Atris. And that actually lets you wander around here again, believe it or not. But if we go back here again, one final time, and again, for some reason, it just does not put me in the fireplace. I don't know why. But what we want to do is come out here, and we want to open up the marker switch vault, which should be right here. If we did this right, should just have to turn that. There we go. And it opened. We've got the white page. There we go. And if we take this back and input that thing one more time. Yeah, input that pattern one last time, because I guarantee you it's not going to be saved. There we go. Nope, not that one. Okay. There we go. There we go. Input that one last time. And now we can link in. Although, let's wait and see what he has to say.
Have you found the missing page? Come. Come.
Yes, we have. We found the missing page. We can link to Dunny and give him the page and end the game. Well, end the main game. We still have to do Rime, which is only accessible after you've finished the story itself.
The page. Did you bring the page? Ah, give it to me.
There we go.
You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make.
Sorry. Trying to suppress a sneeze there.
My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
And he's gone. And we have to wait. So yeah, he has to go deal with his sons now, who've fully betrayed him, completely and utterly, destroyed his library, destroyed his ages, and trapped him in Dunny.
It is done. Oh, I have many questions for you, my friend, but my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife Catherine is being held hostage. Oh, reward. I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Mist. The books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope your explorations are satisfying. You will no longer have my sons to deal with.
So yeah, that's the mention about his wife being trapped is sequel bait for Riven. Is there more going on?
Oh, and one more favor. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever have imagined.
It's
At some point
father.
in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Till that point, you're free to enjoy the exploration from my library on Mist.
Sequel bait.
Thank you again.
Yeah, definite sequel bait. They are mentioning Riven and Gen and Catherine and everything that happens in the second game. So, do we have control again yet?
Oh, the book. You can use the Mist linking book to return to Mist.
There we go. In the original game, you can just click the linking book whenever, I think, but here, you pretty much have to wait for that to happen. Feel free to enjoy the explorations from my library on Mist. Thank you again, Atris. Alright. So if we go back to Mist, things are going to be a little bit different. Alright, so we're back on Mist, and things are a little bit different. The books are gone. It's implied that they're burned, but Mist 4 definitely retcons that. They are not burned. They're merely, like, hidden again or whatever. And there's also a journal here which was on the shelves, but it's here now. And this is the journal for Rime. Rime, I have named it. A desolate age with a beauty that is quite different than I had expected or imagined. The intricate feathers of ice that fall from the sky are awe-inspiring. I feel as though I could sit and watch them for hours, and though it is cold here, like I have never experienced before, I find myself enjoying the change of temperature, for it is unlike any other place that I have ever seen. Perhaps the oddest thing is the silence. Although the wind blows on occasion, when it ceases there is a suffocating silence that falls on this place, broken only by the distant cries of unseen creatures. I have visited 3 times, and am sure now that this age will provide the environment I need. I believe the cold temperature is necessary for obtaining the correct resonance. Examining the structure of the books is ever more perplexing, but I am driven onward by my need to understand. The great tree of possibilities can never be fully grasped, for I must at least try to find one particular branch. On the subject of enlightenment, I would also like to find the cause of the mysterious light that shine in the darkness here. Though I never assumed that I would be able to build especially fast here, the speed at which I am progressing is somewhat disappointing. I do think I will bring Cirrus and Achenar as well as some of the machinery from Selenitic, which probably explains why the clock is broken down a bit. Achenar chose to stay with Catherine, but Cirrus was rather excited to come. He has spent the last few days here with me, helping me with the beginning phases of construction. He too seems to enjoy the ice and cold weather. He's intrigued with the crystals that we have brought with us. He has been a big help, as have others, and I hope to be able to begin my experiments here soon. Tonight, Cirrus and I found a wondrous spot to view the lights, although it seems they decided to hide from us. After sitting in the cold winds for over 2 hours, we saw nothing. It was rather disappointing. Cirrus will return to MYST tomorrow. He has been a tremendous aid to me, and I am thankful for his willingness to help. The hard part of the construction is over, although I have decided after tonight that I would like to add some kind of observation post. I won't be finished as soon as I had hoped, although I'm fairly certain it will be worth the delay in the long run. I have decided to take a break from the construction now that the tunnel is almost complete, and I have been able to set up a temporary space where the crystals will not be stimulated. I am quite convinced that with the right diffraction resonance, certain properties of the ink can be simulated. Catherine still finds it absurd and thinks I am crazy to assume I will be able to view ages with stones, but her unusual pessimism has not convinced me to stop trying. I came too close to success on Everdunes. I am fairly certain now that temperature indeed does have an effect on the crystals, but I have realized that temperature alone is not enough. The cold dampens some of the sympathetic harmonics, but a more active suppressor is necessary. I have acquired some geodes with a pure protected crystalline interior. Thin slices of the geodes below each crystal provided a stabilizing effect and even amplified the cleaning frequency slightly. After quite a bit of experimentation with the shapes and colors, I was able to explore a blurry image within a book. Though the link would never work, there was clearly an age on the other side. I can hardly wait to return and tell Catherine. I feel like I should finish the shaft to my observation post while I have the machinery here, perhaps tomorrow morning. The lights were beautiful again last night. They had not shown themselves for so long that I had almost forgotten their beauty. I still must find the cause. I'm feeling rather overwhelmed with what remains to be done. The crystals have not been perfected, the shaft is not finished, nor is the observation post or even lab. I have not seen Catherine for some time, and I long to spend more time with Achenar and Cirrus. Besides all of that, there are, far away in the back of my mind, the thoughts of my people and our lost city. I dreamt again of them last night. I have only seen the city in its worst condition, and still its beauty overwhelmed me. Even now, as I visualize how majestic it must have been before the destruction caused by Viovis and Agaris, it amazes and saddens me. I am fairly certain that Dunny is not dead as my father believed. I am convinced that there must be some who managed to escape the destruction and even now continue to survive in separate ages. Within me is an urging to take the chance and return to Dunny to find these survivors and properly rebuild our city. However, I can do nothing until I am certain of the fate of my father. If my plan failed, if I missed a single book when attempting to trap him in Riven, then he has been free all along. If that is true, then all that stands between him and the ages I have now written is the link from Dunny to MYST. As much as I wish to return to Dunny, without knowing the state of my father, I cannot risk re-establishing that link. I must observe my father without re-establishing that link. It has taken several years and there have been many dead ends, but I have partially succeeded. Now that I have managed to view another age using the crystals, it is only a matter of time until I view Riven. At least, I hope. Catherine will have her ideas about all these things, and I miss her greatly. I will return to Rime later when my mind has cleared, and here we have a code 2735, which we need in order to access Rime. And Rime was, again, it was added for the realMYST release, and it helps really tie MYST in with Riven and even a bit with MYST, with Exile and Revelations, MYST 3 and 4. Not so much with MYST 5, I don't think. A little bit, maybe. Anyways, what I want to do is set this first to 40, which is this topographical extrusion test. Too far. There we go. Now, with that set, I don't think we have to actually turn it on, but we'll go ahead and just to be safe. Alright, so that's going. Now, in MYST Classic and MYST Masterpiece, you could not get back here at all, so that button was completely hidden from you. And I love the fact that it implies that Rime has been here the entire way. Let's do that. Should work. It implies that Rime had been here the entire time, just hidden from you because you couldn't access that bit there, which I think is just awesome. It's a bit of subtle retconning that works perfectly, unlike what they did in Myst 4. It does not quite work so well. Anyways, that opens this up, which was sealed otherwise because it was turned the wrong way. And this gives us the point at which we can access Rime. We need 2735. So 2, 7. Whoops, I went past it. 3 and 5. Hit that. And that raises this up. And if you happen to take a look at your surroundings here, does this look at all familiar? Yeah, it's because it's we're underneath the library. So if we head back out here and up, through the darkness, through the night, and there we have the linking book to Rime, which is very, very small. You know, it's actually the only one that does not really hide the mislinking book behind a puzzle. It's kind of just out in the open. So there we go. We have Rime. Let's go ahead and take a look around. So yeah, there's really not much here, and there's one puzzle which lets us do something, but that's really about it. We've got these 2 platforms here, but there's nothing to them really. Okay, so first up, we come in here. Things are a bit cold. We can't open that. You know, the mislinking book is out and about. You can go straight to it if you want, but there's more to do in Rime. As a matter of fact, we need to turn this on, although that's not working yet. Oh, I remember. We've got to come back out here, go around to the side. Got to turn on the gas first. There we go. Turn on the gas. Now we can turn on the heater and thaw this place out. And it'll take a moment. It's already happening. You can see the colors coming back and everything. The different pictures of crystals and geodes. And this should be openable now, right? Or is it not quite ready yet? Why is that not opening? That should open. There we go. Just had to wait. Okay, so this gives us access to an elevator out here. And the elevator, if we go up all the way, this lets us take a look at the different lights. We can actually make them happen. There's orange. And you gotta turn it off first. There we go. My personal favorite. I've always liked red as my favorite color. There we go. Actually, that lets you do pinkish. Or white or whatever. Yeah, it's like whitish. So yeah, you can turn on the auroras. There's really nothing to it, though. That's not actually part of the puzzle in Rime. It's just a cool, neat thing you can do. What you can do, however, is press this button, and that will turn you around, which gives you access to his hidden journal. And we have a floating rock here. So we have another journal here. Before spending any more time with my experiments, I've decided I must finish construction. I'm taking a picture of this crystal real quick. I've decided I must finish construction. I have brought both Cirrus and Akinar this time. The shaft is almost finished, as is the observation post. Both boys prefer it inside where it is warm, protected from the cold. Akinar sits in the observation post for hours, and Cirrus is consumed with the crystals and the glimpses of ages that we were able to see. Neither of them shows any real desire to leave. I cannot remember the last time my son spent so much time with me in an age. After much experimenting with the shapes of the crystals, we were able to get a nearly perfect view of an age inside of the book. Cirrus wanted the link immediately, not understanding the link was only visual. Without the ink, the crystals do not bind onto a particular age. Because of this, the crystals have an interesting side effect. It is possible to change the crystals and watch the age change. While in reality we are seeing a vast number of distinct, though similar, ages displaying the current age defined by the crystals, it appears as though we are changing the original age. Next are the lights. My sons seem much more interested in the lights of the night sky right now. Their only interest in the crystals seems to be whether or not we can view Channelwood or Stoneship, two ages I have not seen in a long while, which makes sense considering everything they did there. It is possible to view the ages, although the time it would take to find the correct combination would be prohibitive. I do not consider my task with the crystals complete, but I would rather keep Cirrus and Achenar excited and here, so we will move on to the lights. I think it is better to keep Riven from them, and so it is just as well that we move on to something else. I will view that place later. The lights are curious. Although I originally thought the effect to be an organic one, I now believe it to be electromagnetic in origin. I think the effect could be triggered somehow. It's something that we'll have to try, and if Cirrus and Achenar have their way, it will be soon. I have never seen either of them so interested in my experiments, and I do not want them to dampen their enthusiasm. It seems they have forgotten about the crystals now. I'm not sure either of my sons was expecting the amount of work it would take. It has turned out to be a challenge working above the cold waters, where the winds cut through clothing and skin like a sharp knife. Still, even amidst the dark cold, they are driven to complete the task. It is a side of them I have not seen before. Another hard day, but we have erected the first of 3 towers. I am too tired to write tonight. It has been a week. The second and third towers are up. We only need to connect the power. I'm exhausted, as are Cirrus and Achenar. However, they have no intention of quitting, and that drives me. The towers are finished, as is the power to each of them. Power will be conducted directly through the saline sea, alleviating the need for stringing wires and enabling us to locate the towers a comfortable distance away. Most of the remaining work can be accomplished inside, for which I am grateful. I am tired of the cold. I look forward to the warm beaches of Mist Island. Perhaps we all deserve a break. We only spent a day with Catherine before returning. We were here only a minute before we again began to experiment with the towers and the electromagnetic discharges. We were able to create an arc for the first time between 2 towers. Its reflection in the cold waters was magnificent. We are close now. Tomorrow, after adjusting the voltage, we will know just how close. The beauty is awe-inspiring. At our command, multicolored waves of light dance across the dark sky. Brilliant flashes of white lightning that make the display even more amazing precede them. The boys are convinced they will be able to bring their mother here, and though she usually refuses to use the books, I am becoming convinced that she will come, or at least I hope. As for me, I must return to Mist or some other warm place. There is more to be accomplished here, but I long for the sun and will spend some time under its glow before returning. Catherine had to come after I told her of my intentions to use the crystals to view Riven. She is not consumed with the setup of the geodes and the crystals. She is not consumed with the setup of the geodes and the crystals, and encourages me daily as I try to uncover the combination that will allow me a view of that age. Cirrus and Achenar did not come this time. I must return to Everdunes. I believe that a few of the crystals I left in Everdunes may help me here. Catherine has returned home for now, but she will meet me on Mist Island in 3 days. I think I will be ready by then. So there we go. We uncover a little bit more that links us back around. And let's head down now that we're flipped around. Links us back to Riven a bit. Explores a little bit more of what's going on here. And in here is the crystal viewer. And specifically, here, well, there are the crystals, but we can't do anything with those. This is what we need. It is real, the work of your hands, the touch of my dreams. I felt my dream for you. I'm only yours, Catherine. So Catherine is the one who uncovered the actual proper combination we need. So I take a photo of that real quick. And now, here, we can get it right. That's not the right one. That's the right shape, but the wrong color. If we right-click? No. Not right-click. What if I hold? Okay, holding changes the color. Clicking changes the crystal shape. Holding changes the color. One more. I need red. There we go. I need a tall pillar. Not that one. No. 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 That's the one, and we need this green. There we go. Now we need kind of a blue or a cyan with the 3 prongs. Okay, one more, I think? Yes, that's it. Now we need blue or cyan. There we go. That should work. Now this one's the right... That's actually exactly what we need there. Now we need the 2 prongs, but thinner and taller. That's not it. That's not the right one we need. We need it where it looks kind of like a heart, almost. That's the one. And then this needs to be purple. I think one more. There we go. It needs more like magenta than purple. And there we go. We can view Riven. It's always the same image. So that is it. That is everything to do in this game. It is now 100% complete. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it, because I certainly have. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe.